Hello friends, welcome back to Devananda OIFS Junior, and this is our second history class. And today we will be looking into detail about the Mesopotamian civilization and mainly about the location of the Mesopotamian civilization. So in the last video we looked at civilizations, the birth of civilizations, and today we are going to learn in detail specifically about this civilization, the Mesopotamian civilization. So first of all, what is Mesopotamia? Mesopotamia is a region. Mesopotamia is a region between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. Okay, Mesopotamia is the region between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. Mesopotamia, if we take the word origin, it comes from the language Greek. In Greek, Mesopotamia means the land between two rivers. Okay, so here the two rivers are Tigris and Euphrates. And in this map, the green portions symbolize the water bodies. Okay, and you can see the Nile river over here. This is Africa. This is Europe, a small portion. This is Europe, and the main large portion is Asia. Okay, most of the Bronze Age civilizations took place in Asia. So this is Asia and this is West Asia. Okay, this is West Asia, and here you have the Persian Gulf, and the river flows from north to the south. Okay, and this is Mesopotamia. And when we take the ancient map of Mesopotamia, the southernmost part of Mesopotamia is called Sumer. The southernmost part of Mesopotamia is termed as Sumer. To the north of Sumer lies Babylon. To the north of Sumer lies Babylon. And next, the northern uplands. The northern uplands means we have mountains over here. Okay, we have mountains over here, and the northern uplands are termed as Assyria. The northernmost region of Mesopotamia is called Assyria. Okay, so Sumer, Babylon and Assyria. Sumer, Babylon and Assyria. Okay, and when we take the present day map, when we take the current map, the Mesopotamian region mainly lies in Iraq and parts of Turkey and Syria. Okay, so the Mesopotamian region lies mostly in Iraq, parts of Syria and Turkey. This great civilization, the Mesopotamian civilization, flourished from 3500 BC to 600 BC. Okay, so this great civilization flourished from 3500 BC to 600 BC. And what happens when these rivers flood during the rainy season? So when the rainy season comes, the rivers flood their banks. Okay, so it will be flooding this entire region. And what happens? I told that rivers carry a lot of sand with them called silt. Rivers carry a lot of sand with them called silt. And when they flood, they deposit this silt and the banks. So when they flood, they deposit silt in their banks. Okay, and I told that silt is extremely fertile. Silt is extremely fertile, and this region happened to be very fertile for agriculture, and this attracted several nomadic tribes. And unlike many other regions, Mesopotamia just had some mountains in the north. It just had some mountains in the north, and it didn't have any natural boundary like seas and mountains. Okay, it didn't have much natural boundaries. So what happened? It was easy to capture this area, and one of the first civilizations took place in Sumer. One of the first tribes which settled in this area were called as the Sumerians. And guess what? They settled in the area of Sumer, the southernmost part of Mesopotamia. They settled at Sumer. and they found one of the oldest cities. Okay, one of the oldest cities which dates back to 3500 BCE. 3500 BCE. Okay, the oldest cities of Sumer dated back to 3500 BCE. Okay, certain cities like Ur was almost one of the first cities to be excavated. Ur. Okay, so they dated back to 3500 BCE. These cities dated back to 3500 BCE and prospered for another 1500 years. Okay, these cities prospered for about 1500 years, and it was not just the Sumerians. Okay, this was the Sumerian civilization. So it was not just the Sumerians, and next came the Assyrians. After the Sumerians, Mesopotamia was conquered by the Assyrians. Okay, by the Assyrians. And after Assyrians, it was conquered by the Akkadians. Okay, by the Akkadians. And eventually, Mesopotamia was conquered by the Babylonians. Okay. So first of all, Sumerians settled at Sumer, and then came the Assyrians who settled at Assyria, the northern uplands, and next came the Akkadians, and the Akkadians settled at Akkad, which was a region which was also towards the north of Sumer, and next eventually we had the Babylonians who settled at Babylon. And therefore we can say that the Mesopotamian civilization was not just a single civilization. It was a combination of three key civilizations: the Sumerian civilization, the Assyrian civilization, and the Babylonian civilization. The Akkadians were not that important. So Mesopotamian civilization, the Mesopotamian civilization is not a single civilization. It was a combination of three key civilizations such as the Sumerian civilization, the Assyrian civilization, and the Babylonian civilization. The first tribe to develop a civilization was the Sumerians, and the Sumerians developed the world's first civilization. Means Sumerian civilization, the Sumerian civilization was the world's first civilization. Okay, and next, that's why Mesopotamia, the Mesopotamian civilization was called the cradle of civilizations. Okay, that's why the Mesopotamian civilization was called the cradle of civilizations. Okay, cradle. Okay, when we were born, we were placed in the cradle, right? So civilizations started, civilizations were born in Mesopotamia. So Mesopotamia is termed as the cradle of civilizations. Okay, and today we mainly looked at the location of the Mesopotamian civilization. If you have any doubts, send me an email with your doubt to my Gmail ID. Okay, thank you.